So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning if you're on the West Coast actually, and welcome to this Cloud Platform 101 Masterclass. It's great to have you here. My name's Lee Bushen, and I'm broadcasting to you today from Chalfont Park, or Chalfont House, just to the west of London. So we have our own stately home. And with us tonight, we also have Stuart Jennings. Hi, Stuart.
Hey, Lee.
Hi there. So looking forward to tonight?
Absolutely, yeah. Can't wait to get started.
It's going to be a great session, guys, because not only are we going to go through a whole Cloud Platform installation, we're going to show you some other great networking technology that hooks really well into Cloud Platform. Okay, so it should be a great show tonight. Now, if you've been on a masterclass before, you'll know that we like to get to know our audience. So if you're commenting and you're asking questions, we call your name out. Also, though, we just want to get to know who you are. So let's do a quick poll. This particular poll is going to be a very simple one. Okay, how would you best describe your company? So are you an enterprise class of customer? Maybe you're a small to medium business. Maybe you're one of the Citrix CSA channel partners, or maybe a Cloud Advisor program partner, which is our cloud accolade, if you like, for our partner level. Maybe you're a standalone consultant or consultant with a couple of people in your organisation, or maybe you're a cloud service provider and you're looking to see what Citrix has in the cloud space with a view to actually charging for and billing for services out there in the cloud. So we've got 54% voting at the moment.
Wow, guys, carry on voting.
Yeah, keep voting, guys. We'll get up to about 70% and we'll close the votes. By the way, guys, just to let you know that this session is being recorded. Okay, so if you want to write notes and all that sort of thing, or maybe you miss a command that I typed, don't worry about it. We'll send you out the links tomorrow. You can go back and pause it at whatever point you see fit. We'll also be giving you the slide decks from today and some other supporting material. So, right, guys, well, that's 72% voted. Thank you very much for your votes, and let's have a little look at that poll, shall we? Okay, so
yeah, Lee. So there seems to be a lot of enterprise and small to medium business on the call today.
Yeah, that was actually fairly similar to the EMEA session that we did on Monday. We did another one for the European people. So it's great to see you guys, and hopefully today, one of the good things about today is we're going to build a cloud for you with the enterprise use case in mind. So obviously it's relevant to both service providers who want to charge for services, but also equally relevant to enterprises that want to automate and get better use out of their virtualization environment. So hopefully we've got something for all of you there. Okay, now another thing I want to point out is that today is your webinar, and it's here for you guys to ask questions. Okay, so the question, don't worry about whether it's a stupid question or not. Literally just ask it, and we've got a team of cloud agents in the background that are there just to answer your questions. And these guys, what they don't know about cloud computing isn't worth knowing. Okay, so first of all, we've got Agent Raina Sarah from our US team. Okay, not quite sure about the hat there, Raina, but Raina's in our pre-sales team, and he does a great job there. He knows a lot about cloud, so ask him some questions. We've also got Agent Samita. Samita is actually trained me 2 years ago on Cloud Platform. So yeah, Samita, what she doesn't know about cloud computing definitely isn't worth knowing. Okay, and of course, finally, we might be having a guest appearance from Agent Oded today. We weren't quite sure. He's in the European time zone, like ourselves. So it's a little late for him, but he said if he had the opportunity, he'd come on and help out with questions as well. So welcome to all you guys. It's great to be working with you. And guys, if you've got questions to ask, please put them in the questions window, and one of our cloud agents will get back to you very quickly. So what are we going to show you today? Well, first of all, we're going to go through a basic technology overview. Okay? We're not going to spend too much time on this, but just to give you some positioning slides around Citrix's overall cloud technology. Okay? Then what we're going to do is go into a full cloud platform installation. Okay, we're going to install it from the ground up. So I've just downloaded the ISO file or downloaded the tarball from the internet. What do I do next? Okay, so in the space of about an hour and a half, we're actually going to build you a full cloud and go through much of the technology in there. If we look into it in a bit more detail, we've assumed in this course that you already have a hypervisor there and available to accept your cloud workloads. Okay, so you've already installed Zen Server, Hyper-V, well, soon to be Hyper-V, but VMware or KVM currently. And you have NFS storage running in the background. We're actually using a little NFS storage VM just as a kind of proof of concept, but we assume you have that already running. And we also assume that you have a management server operating system loaded. So in our case, we support CentOS or Red Hat. Okay, so we've got Red Hat 6.3 pre-installed in the background here, just a vanilla flavor of it. Okay, then we're going to go into the overall webinar configuration, and we're going to start with installing CloudPlatform and also the base templates that are needed in CloudPlatform to allow us to provision our system VMs, which are going to manage that cloud when we get it up and running. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and build the basic infrastructure of that cloud. We're going to go through some of the concepts such as zones, pods, clusters and hosts, and we'll build that cloud for you from scratch. We'll do a little bit about customer and user management. So obviously you don't want to log in as admin to do all the stuff in the web portal, so we'll talk about that and we'll show you some demonstrations. We'll also talk about service offerings, so how big our instances are, and also provision a number of instances for you and show you how to interact and manage them on a daily basis. What we're then going to do is we're going to talk about security. Obviously, if you're a service provider, security is absolutely paramount. But even if you're an enterprise, security is still a great concern to you guys when implementing even a private cloud. So we're going to talk about security. We're also going to go in and show you some great integration with our NetScaler suite. And Stuart has got a great demonstration, which he's going to show you later on. Awesome demo. We did it on Monday as well, and it really went down well. Okay. So finally, we're going to leave you with what to do next. So we're going to give you some URLs, some places you can go. Obviously, you'll get the recording at the end of this webinar as well, and the slide deck, so you can refer back to it if you're building your own cloud. And many people come onto the Q&A and say, I was on your last session, and the day after I built my whole cloud from scratch using your instructions. So obviously they do work.
They've got instructions, Lee. Yeah, obviously.
So yeah, hopefully you guys have a similar experience. So, why do people want to implement CloudPlatform? Say you already have a hypervisor out there. In this case, if you're a Citrix account, you probably have Zen Server running there. Well, what are the benefits of putting this CloudPlatform automation layer on top? Well, first of all, I suppose it's around self-service. So you don't want to have every project in your organization coming to you to provision resources. So even if that's just provisioning physical resources or provisioning virtual resources, it still takes time. And, you want to get those guys up and running as quickly as possible. So we have a web-based interface, which I'll be showing during the webinar, that's self-service. You can log in using your own credentials, your Active Directory account, for instance, and provision resources in there. Also, it allows you to scale out very effectively. So within the Zen Server environment, you can manage up to 16 servers in a single pool. But what if you've got 600 servers? Okay, maybe you want to have a automation layer over the top of that really breaks that boundary of 16 servers in a pool and allows you to really manage your system as one. And resources get dynamically placed across that infrastructure as well. So if you're a user, all you do is specify which zone which data center you want that resource deployed in, and what hypervisor. And CloudPlatform will do all of the rest, the dynamic load placement of stuff. Also, of course, it's cross-platform. And what I mean by this is that maybe you have certain workloads that run best on Hyper-V, you may have some that run best on Zen Server, and you may have some that run best on VMware. Okay, so the idea is that we can be cross-platform and manage the whole environment moving forward from a single place. Hyper-V support is coming up next year. So that's probably the last hypervisor that we really wanted to get into the product. So that's coming out very soon. But today, we support Zen Server, we support VMware, we also support KVM as well. Okay, and there's some great features that actually exist that don't exist in the hypervisor environment. I'll go through some of those if we get the option later on. Now, I want to give you an overall view, I suppose, of the Citrix Cloud solution. It's not just about CloudPlatform. There are other products in the range as well. So I'm just going to give you a quick 2-minute tour of what we have out there. So at a basic level, we have our infrastructure, so our physical server environment, our networks, our switches, our routers, that kind of thing, and also our storage backend. So whether that's iSCSI, NFS, Fibre Channel, or whether we're using one of those types of object store that new deployments are seeing a lot of. We've got physical infrastructure there that we want to manage. Now, what most people will do initially is put a hypervisor on top of that, so they can get, economies of scale. They can get, save power, save air conditioning costs, that kind of thing, and increase agility of their resources. That virtualization layer has its own technology built into it, things like high availability, disaster recovery, the ability to move resources around without any downtime, such as ZenMotion and storage ZenMotion. Also things like memory optimization, so we can squeeze a little bit more out of our servers and oversubscribe memory there. But a lot of people are happy to stay there. But at the end of the day, some of the things that I showed you on the last slide, like the ability for it to be self-service, the ability to be web-based, to have scalability out into the cloud, all of those things aren't necessarily available with just the hypervisor. So